Boy, day 3 of sinus infection. It ain't been too bad, really. You know, I felt a lot worse with other sinus infections, but it's still uncomfortable. So I felt a little bit of a scratch Friday evening. Then woke up Saturday morning, sore throat, kind of laid around, was useless. Actually, I was doing a lot of work with the pictures and video I took from my friend's house out there. Sunday was rainy here, so justified me sitting around doing nothing. And today is a federal holiday, so I have the day off. And I've been cooped up in the house for about 2 days solid. And I figured I just would come outside and get me a little bit of sunlight. Nose is running a little bit. But man, the more I sit around, sometimes the worse I feel. Even when I'm sick, I still need to get up and move and do something. But this time I didn't lay down the whole time. There's been times where I felt kind of sick and I laid on the couch and just my head been pressed against something that made me feel that much worse. So it is really nice out here today, y'all. It's probably pushing 70 degrees. And I figured I needed to get up and move around and do something. So being a caregiver spouse and we don't have any outside help, the care doesn't stop even when I'm sick. And I'm sure that's, obvious. But it's one of the things to consider when you're choosing a mate. Is this person compatible to where I'd want to take care of her even when I'm sick, or him? And, that's been the reality since Mandy's surgery. For several years we had the luxury of having her mom. She could stay with her. Her mother being a mother, she cared for Mandy, as if, she was still a newborn. But, she was very hands-on in caring for Mandy. But, now that we don't have that resource anymore, the caregiving never stops. And I wouldn't want to complain about it. None the least, because Mandy, she still tries to do everything she can to lighten my load and to make sure she shows me affection and make sure she knows that, make sure that I know that she loves me still. So it's really important being a caregiver spouse. You got to continue to be a husband or a wife to your spouse, not just being a caregiver. But yeah, sometimes it gets tough. You're sick, not feeling well, and you still gotta get up and do things. Today I had let the laundry kind of pile up, and I would lay it out. I just didn't put it on a hanger in the closet. So I had to use that as an excuse to get up and do something. Once I get to moving, momentum keeps me going. So doing the laundry, putting away laundry that's already done, doing more laundry, and trying to get mobile, moving around, get out here and get a little bit of sun. Lulu back there, she's my ride or die. She comes out here. She'll even sit out here in the yard while I'm in the shed working out. But yeah, day 3, and I don't feel great, but I definitely don't feel real bad. So just take this opportunity to soak up a little bit of sun, talk to y'all out there, impart my infinite wisdom on relationships and caregiving. There was a gentleman that I follow. I don't know if he's new to YouTube, but I started following him. His name is Grandpa Chuck, and he has a lot of good stories and good, wise knowledge to share. And he told a story in his last video about him not celebrating Valentine's Day because point blank, he celebrated his love for his wife all throughout the year. Said he'd bring her flowers at least once a week. And, you know, she did things for him, cooking meals. And, you know, I'd forgotten that it was Valentine's Day. So I was listening to his video. I turned to Mandy and I said, "Hey, happy Valentine's Day." And she just smiled and said, "It's Valentine's Day every day." And that's a true statement in our household, because we make sure that we let each other know that we still love each other and we have deep admiration. We adore each other. So I hope y'all had good Valentine's Day with your loved ones, because, you know, I try to make it Valentine's Day every day around here. And another part of being a caregiver, even when you're mad at each other, she's still going to have to ask me to do something, because, you know, that's her needs and that's my job. So there's been times where we've been at odds, you know, not getting along for the moment, and I still had to help her to the bathroom and everything. So even in tense moments, I still want to transfer love through my hands to her. But luckily we don't have very many tense moments, and I don't feel the need to win every argument or every point of view. Sometimes if it's something I don't agree with, you know, if it's not a big issue to argue over or stand firm on my point of view, I just agree with her. Because sometimes it's just people thinking out loud anyway. It doesn't always require a response. So, you know, just the little things you learn over the years that keeps the peace and love infused into your relationship and those around you. Well, I got some more work to do on trying to construct a video for that guy's social media or his website. So I think I'm going to go in there and work on that. Learn a little bit more about my editing software and the tricks and things that DaVinci Resolve can do. Got pretty excited here in the last few days of looking up things on YouTube and learning how to do things in the editing software. So it kind of got the wheels going again, my excitement and desire for creation and doing things with my camera. So hope y'all have a nice Monday start to the week. Peace.